All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachah Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, a great millstone, who teach very well what I this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Now, today, I have an article and this article is from Cyber News. It reads Meta confirms U.S. military is involved in pro-Western influence operation. Now, right there, Meta, that's the new Facebook now. But what the hell is Facebook in the military? What the hell they got going on? How the hell do you guys link up? Do you know why? Because Esau is pushing forth his influence throughout the whole planet Earth, man, which shows you that this psyop, this psychological warfare that this devil is doing, he's basically finna go all in, man. Whether it be by demonizing a certain somebody or demonizing a certain set of group, certain people, or whether it be Esau just blasting your face upon the news and saying you the bad guy. Ultimately, it's Esau trying to push forth this deceit throughout the whole planet Earth, man. Because this how he have you guys on the hook. Instead of people hearkening unto somebody, they'll take advice of something they seen on Facebook, man. Instead of people challenging themselves to get right with the Lord, they'd rather do the Biggie Tupac challenge, man. Not knowing that the things that these people are investing into is going to cost them their lives, man. So let's go ahead and go down and read a little bit of this article. Go on. Let's get it right here. It says Meta now confirms this network, so the military network originated in the U.S., was active in Afghanistan, Algeria, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan. I ain't gonna even do that, but it sounds Russian. It says Russia, Somalia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and Yemen. So these are mostly Middle Eastern cultures, man. Continuing on, it says the accounts posted content in different languages, and that's how these devils do, because you think it come from a key source, but it's actually coming from a bot that's pushing forth disinformation. And brothers have seen it. You go on a brother channel on during the live stream, and some crazy things pop up, man. Horny Asian ladies or some crazy things like that. Even though that's Esau trying to troll, but it's also Esau trying to push forth his agenda, man. Because again, this is a spiritual battle that we're fighting. Esau, he's getting desperate, And a part of him getting desperate is he's finna get ready to push forth these different lies, man. It's a such thing as deep fakes. They can use your face and use your voice and act like you're a speech. It's a new article that came out recently that AI pictures, human pictures is damn near you can't tell between the two, man. That's how far this devil is finna get ready to go, man. To push forth his NWO. Let's go ahead and continue on. It says the accounts posted in different languages and across several countries as part of an influence operation meant to praise anti-terrorism efforts of the U.S. military and criticize China, Russia, and the Taliban. Now they're trying to basically push forth the narrative like the U.S. the hero, but once you go into it, before the U.S. entered into that land, things was peaceful. But soon as they got there, it was bombings. Soon as they got there, it was rapings. Things was being took. All of a sudden you had a ring that your father, your father kept up with. It was a generational ring, and it was expensive. And all of a sudden, soon as the troops came in, it went missing. So these different nations and these different countries have all right to think a certain way about America, because America, they're the true terrorists, man. You know? But they're trying to push forth the narrative like they're the heroes, but the Bible says something different. This say St. John 10 and verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. And the countries that they named up here, they have been affected, man, by America trying to colonize them, man. Because even though you don't have a so-called Edomite president, hey, they put up a puppet up there, man. As Venezuela, what went on, man. You know. Let's continue on though. It says the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. So wherever these men go, destruction follows. It says, "I am come that they might have life." And that they might have it more abundantly. And that's what we're preaching, man. We're preaching the downfall of this Western culture, man, and the raising up of the culture of the East, man. And I ain't talking about no Muslims. No, I'm talking about the ancient customs of Israel, the ancient customs of Yasharallah, man, which is going to be led by Yahweh Shai, you know, in the house of David. And these devils, they don't want this Eastern influence to basically take root upon the planet Earth, but it's too late. That's why, for the lack of better words, they are cutting off channels, um, saying you can't say certain things, hate speech. Now, if you speak about certain things, you can get counsel. This is a part of this devil defense system to try to make him look like he's in a good light. And he's so desperate, he end up making fake pages, you know, and liking his own picture, man. You know, it's like you post your picture, or you did a video and you went and you liked the video, then you said, you know, very good video, and you talk about yourself, man. You know, that's how Esau did. They made these different social media channels and saying, yes, man, the U.S. rocks, and Russia and China and the Taliban, their government sucks. This shows you that it's a sinister plot behind it. But we can see straight through it. Let's get something real quick. This is the book of 1 Corinthians 2, jumping down to verse 11. And that's like 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11, it says, "Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." So we're not ignorant of the devices of Esau Edom, man. We're not ignorant with the things that he's trying to do, because ultimately he's trying to get everybody drunk off that Babylon juice, man. So let's go ahead and read a little bit more. It says, Miller called the campaign an example of coordinated in authentic behavior. So artificial intelligence, man, because the AI Esau got, he basically perfected it to a certain extent, man. You know, it's his efforts to manipulate public debate for a strategic goal in which fake accounts are central to the operation. And that's that January 16th, that Trump versus Biden thing. That's basically making a division so people can be separated so the higher ups can come and bring the control. You know, that's how this devil work, order out of chaos. This been the same operation that he's been pushing forth for years now, man. Continuing on, it says researchers now formally say these fake accounts were linked to individuals associated with the U.S. military. They posted as locals in the countries they targeted. So they act like, basically going into deep, undercover. They went over there and they pushed forth a false narrative so it can cause division amongst the people, man. And he's starting over there with the Middle East, because even though that's Ishmael and they're off to a certain extent, they still, keep the 5 books of Moses, man. It's still a certain level of morals over there, man. But what Esau is trying to do is take all those morals away, man. Try to make you follow after their way, which is after the way of death, man. Let's get some real quick. This is the book of Revelations 17. And I'm gonna start at verse 1. Revelation 17 and 1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show thee the judgment of the great whore. Now, who is that whore represent? That great whore is actually represent America, man. The idolater, because over here you can worship and serve anything. You can have sex with any and everything, and basically it's no consequences to your actions. While over there in the East, or in like Russia locked up Brittany Griner for having a weed pen. But guess what? That's their rules, man. So she had all right to get locked up because you went into somebody else's house and put your feet on their couch. Of course, somebody's gonna have a problem with that, man. But it's continuing on. It says, America, their great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Why does it says she sitteth upon many waters? Because America have their hand in damn near every society, every country upon the planet Earth. There's different military bases in over 80 countries now, man, showing you that these devils have complete control through what? Through their military, man. And again, the military don't always have to have guns. Sometimes the military, they can come in the form as peacekeepers, you know. Sometimes the military, they can come in the form as doctors giving you a shot, but also they can come in the form of social media bots, man. You know, pushing forth a narrative as you're crazy and they're right. It's no coincidence that brothers' channels get struck down for preaching the truth, man. Let's read a little bit of this article. It says this network posted primarily during U.S. business hours, and that's how you show it was off. It was nighttime, 4 o'clock in the morning. You saying some crazy shit, you know. Over there, continuing on though, it says rather than during work hours in the countries they targeted, so they were sloppy with their work, man. But that's how they identified who the devil was, you know. Continuing on though, it says the people behind this activity posted primarily in Arabic, Farsi, and Russia. So they weren't posting in English; they was posting in these different languages because they was in those different countries pushing forth that adverse message against those countries, man. Again, like Arabic, they'll say something against Afghanistan in that language. I know over there, and I think it was Syria, if I'm not mistaken. They said a woman got put to death for not wearing a hijab or whatever, but it ended up coming out that that story was fake, man. You know, and they called it out on it, and all of a sudden you don't hear about it no more. You know, but let's go ahead and continue on in Revelation 17 in verse 2. It says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of our fornication. Yes, they have been drunk off the Babylon juice, and many countries have fell victim unto that. One of those countries is Israel. It's a such thing over there now as Tel Aviv, man. The pink city, which is a city that they use to push forth an adverse way of life towards, you over there in the Holy Land, but you pushing forth everything that adverse unto him, man, unto the Heavenly Father, man, which shows you that you are not those people. You know, you're not the owners of that house, man. And it's getting to a point when the Lord is finna get ready to evict you, man. You know, and put the real residents in there, man. The residents of rulership, man. You know? Let's continue on though. In verse 3, it says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Now, those 7 heads and 10 horns actually represents Esau's rulership now. So now those 7 heads is actually the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, Spain, German Major, German Minor, Greek, and the Brits, man. Those are the 7 heads, and that the 10 horns is actually represent NATO and the EU, man. You know, because even though the EU they say is 12 stars on the flag, it was 12 original nations. Spain and Portugal and Britain and Ireland they was as one bunch. So for the lack of better words, it was 10 heads. But just going back, these different nations or these different rulerships had power on the planet Earth, man. And this is what they're doing with their power, man. They pushing forth a deceitful way of life. Continuing on though, it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color. Now, right there, it says she was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, which represents royalty, but it also shows you that it looked good, man. It says decked with gold and precious stones, America with the lights, Las Vegas, New York, the Statue of Liberty with the light, the city of lights, man. You know, those are those different stones. It might look good on the outside, but once you come over here, it stinks, man. And that's what everybody realizing that America actually stinks. You know, it says in decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of for fornication. So guess what? She making everybody drink of that Babylon juice, and it's making people go into an adverse way. And let's say if you don't want to drink of that Babylon juice, then you get demonized, man. You trying to poison me, and I'm trying to protect my own self. I'm trying to protect my own soul. Now I'm the bad guy. You telling everybody in the party I'm the bad guy, which shows you that Esau, he's getting into the mode of desperation, man, because everybody have figured out who you were. This Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and that made all the earth drunken. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. And that's why everybody is falling after the Western culture, TikTok dances and all that. But certain countries are waking up. Continuing on. It says the nations have drunk enough our wine, therefore the nations are mad. So everybody have realized that this place was full of shit now, man. That Meta in Meta and Snapchat and Messenger and Instagram and Twitter, all these different social media outlets are connected together to push forth the way of life that Esau wants you to go, man. Continuing on, though, it says Babylon is suddenly falling and destroyed, so everybody can see that this place have lost its luster. How for her take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, forsake her. Yes, so it ain't nothing you can do or nothing you can say to make this place be upon the good light, man. It's not the 1950s, it's not the 1960s no more. Everybody can realize that you guys are not what you used to be, man. That is the end of your rulership, and they think they're going to have to seat a rulership next, but no, that seat a rulership next is going to come to the lowly, man. Yasharala. Continuing on, it says, forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. Yes, so nobody, even though they come over here to the merchant city, they make their money, but at the end of the day, they go back. You know, they come over here, they make their money, they send money back, and they have now they have a better foundation in their homeland because they realize that America is not what's up, man. It is you sometimes you see older people that's different nations, but 9 times out of 10 these different nations, these guys really be on 30, 35, 40, no older than 50, man. Because by the time they get to 65 and 70, they go back to the homeland and live it up, man. They're kings in their homeland now, man, because they came to the merchant city, got off on the riches, and came back and broke bread with everybody. But also, it just shows you that everybody is not investing in this place anymore. It says, let us go everyone to his own country, for her judgment reached unto heaven and is lifted up even into the skies, because the Lord, he's finna get ready to judge this place, man. And there's nothing that these different nations can do, and there's nothing that the nation of Edom can do that can stop it, man. So yeah, I pray this video was edifying. When I say call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, Shalom, DTA, and the Bob Ball.